Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mound. We're going to go in again for another mission. Let me see what I have for contracts. Don't have an axe on any of them. I'll go ahead and take the pike.
The future lies in gold. The more you find,
So
the
we
better.
did the Hollowed Hills recently. We got the Slave Finder there, the Codex Index, and the Fort Logbook. We're going to do the Flooded Forest next, which I believe does have a Saint Patron.
Show the world what we are capable of.
This map is funny enough, one of the maps I have had the most amount of trouble kind of remembering and keeping in memory. If you're new to the game, you may not have known, but something else that's really cool is that the torch is finally fixed. There was a bug where if you switched to it and switched away very quickly, it would turn out the light and the torch would no longer be useful for stopping respawning zombies when the roots are wrapped around them. That has now been fixed. No matter if it's raining, no matter what the weather is, no matter how quickly you run through your inventory, the torch will always be on and it will always be useful for stopping enemy regeneration. So again, I think it's the best item in the shop. Definitely worth keeping around. Starting off here, you're going to go straight until you see the uplifted bridge. You can cross the wooden logs right here. And you're going to drop that for the wagon. And as you can see, there's also a path along the right. I believe there's steps over there as well. You may be able to find an idol or some chests. The way you're going to follow up the main road here. Of course, we have a bird right away. Let me see if I can get by it without aggroing it. This map is difficult enough for me without having to try and remember things without the visual aid. Either way, main road, you'll see a big split here to the right. I like to go this way because I like to collect the Saint before I get to the Fort Logbook. It looks like the NPC aggroed the bird. You can go right there. There in that area is an idle spot. Either way, you're going to run on straight. Towards the right there's a spot that usually has a hefty amount of gold associated with the idol there, and tokens usually as well. Either way, as you saw, we're going to continue straight into this facility-looking building, or I guess cave entrance. Not sure what you would call it. Okay. I got a chest here. I'm hoping for an axe. For it either way, there is the Saint. You can follow up the right here so we can get to the Fort Logbook next. Three steps this time. Across this area here. If you go right, it's a dead end, but I believe there are some idle spots and maybe a chest. We are instead going to go left here. This bridge. And then we are going to go right and we are going to run. Hopefully nobody chases me down. When you get to this cave, you're actually going to turn left and go up here. We are looking to follow right through this area. This is the drop that actually lets you into the fort. Every other area on the map won't get you here. But either way, we've got the Saint. The Fort Logbook is here. Let me find the Codex. There it is. Turn the dark. I believe that is the Ghost Bat. We pop open the door for the wagon, as the wagon has no other means to get in here. And we run on. That door should be closed. I believe that's for the beginning of the next area unlocked by this map. Usually the wagon is in this area by now, but doesn't seem like it either way. Cross that bridge, keep running straight on the main road. Kind of gonna veer left. You'll come to this kind of weird T section. Doesn't matter, you can keep going straight. I see tentacles up there from a carving. That's how I know that I'm on the right track. Circle around it to the right. And then we're just going to run straight until we see the tracks from the truck. So this is the opposite end from earlier, where I took a left initially towards the Saint, which was right there. The wagon followed. This is the straight region. It goes essentially straight, more or less, towards the Fort Logbook. So there's some other areas to explore if you're looking for loot and chests and stuff like that. Take the bridge or go around the logs, either way doesn't matter. Here we are. Another mission complete. You can actually place the logbook preemptively. It's the same thing with Cthulhu cylinders. For some reason, your item may drop out of your hand when you place the book down or the cylinder.
Are you ready to return?
But here we are. We have our Saint. We have our logbook. All special collectibles are ours. We can leave this map.
These were the final words in the journal of Benjamin de Castro, Enya's tutor.
Alien.
Let's see if you fulfilled your end of the agreement.
It is not easy to measure its worth.
What food did they bring?
It's better than eating the rats, I suppose.
What supplies did they bring?
Not much to look at.
What do you reckon these things are worth?
None. Perhaps they have become mendicants.
I see they found a logbook. Good. We are getting closer.
Guns of the next rank. Location. For those who haven't seen it before, even without the woodworker, as soon as you get the Saints now, you just get the full-blown version. Before, you would have the little handheld idol positioned on the stumps until you paid 100 tokens to the woodworker. Then he would form these. These can actually be put on your wagon. I believe they have varying prices. Those prices were recently buffed, as in they were reduced and made easier to afford. Each one comes with its own benefit, of course. So definitely worth the investment, worth finding the woodworker. Without him, I'm surprised, and it looks like we don't even need him anymore. Perhaps it's a bug due to the change on the way that the patron saints are used now, as opposed to where you buy them from the woodworker beforehand, so you can actually use them whenever you want. Now you have to pay for each one, so perhaps they removed the woodworker's involvement entirely. Not sure what happens with his character now, but either way. We've got the Saint of Balon. He gives more health, hot food, so mushrooms, things like that become better for use. We have Saint Eulela. She is somebody who you want to use if you expect heavy rain and you've got guns. You want to be able to use them without constant misfires or wet powder interfering. We've got Sebastian. He gives strength to bowmen, and then back to Balon. So those are the saints so far. We have collected, what was that, 4 perhaps? But yeah, that about wraps up this mission as well. Hope everybody had a good time, enjoyed, learned something. If you want, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the changes to the game. Hope you all have a good one. See you on the next one.